What up? CoreyGrand here, aka 100 Grand, official DJ of the Buckeyes, founder of the Monday program. I think I knew I wanted to live off making music when I was like 8 or 9 years old. I just knew I wanted to be a DJ. I always saw like how they could take two records and make it like one whole new record. I thought the culture of DJing was really cool. I never thought about getting into the perspective of producing music, but I knew I wanted to at least dive into it from DJing. And then once I was able to get my spark in that, I was able to get more into production and engineering and, you know, all that good stuff. So definitely sparked off when I was about like 8 years old, for sure. The turning point for me to make that decision to become a producer, it just came from my love of just beats. Like when I was young, my mom played a lot of soul music. My parents actually didn't really listen to any rap or any hip hop or anything like that. Always soul or R&B music. And I just always fancied like the production aspect of the music more than the vocals at the time. And just hearing like different aspects of the production is what moved me. Like if you heard some strings and the emotion that the strings might bring out to you, or maybe they changed the key of the song at this point. That's really what got me interested in production very young. And I think once I was able to actually afford equipment, I went ahead and just was like, yo, let's try it, let's see what we can do. And I was really bad, of course, at first, like everybody else. But I just kept going and just wanted to keep elevating and learning new techniques. So yeah, I would definitely say soul music. That's what got me really to want to become a producer. A common thread between producing and DJing, probably like frequencies. I mean, when you're producing a track, whatever you use for the bass line or whatever you're using for the melody, they all produce frequencies. And it's like when you DJ, it's the same thing. You're producing frequencies to crowds, and that's like how you connect with people. Like when you play that one song you about to drop it, nobody knows you're about to drop it, and then it hits, and then everybody just loses their mind. It's just really connecting with people's minds. I started as a DJ before producing, so I think I learned more on the breakdown of music and how music is kind of produced technically. And then once I was able to bridge off into producing, it's just really learning how to create the same thing that you're already playing to people every day. Being a DJ or producer, whichever one is like your main, I definitely think it feeds the other, because I see so many producers that go and do DJ sets. I mean like master producers that's been doing this for 10 plus years, and then they go and they do DJ sets, and I think the way they're able to hear the music translates, so you can kind of go back between both. I think, you know what, I would say DJing feeds me to want to produce more. Just seeing people's reaction as a DJ, and being able to feed people musically, it makes you want to create more. So, I might go out. I've had times where I go and do a DJ set, and as soon as I get home, I'm in the studio working on some music, just because I'm inspired to, just from the last environment that I was in. So I would definitely say DJing, for me personally, feeds production a lot more. And it's definitely hard to stay motivated, especially as a creative in everyday life. But I would say my motivation comes from having a goal, and I kind of look at life like if that goal is so important to me and impact is so important to me. So when I go through things, or when I'm like a little down, or dealing with some inspiration issues, I always try to remember the task at hand. And having a community is like a huge blessing too, because with the community, we all build each other up. Like with the Monday program, we are all basically artists in some type of form, and we're all able to like build each other up. So, I mean, it might be a day where I'm down, and somebody else could kind of bring me back up to standard, or inspire me or motivate me, or maybe they have an idea that pushes me to be like, all right, F whatever I'm dealing with, let's get to it. So I definitely say community for sure, and just keeping focused on your goals. Impact, definitely important to me to keep me motivated. Routine to keep me like align. Like I have to wake up and play some music. I have to clean up every day. Like that kind of gives me a good boost to start my day. So I feel like if I have a day where I don't do that and I don't wake up and kind of do something, that I'll probably kind of waste that day away. So my routine is really, I like to wake up early, 7 a.m. for real, sometimes 6 a.m., knock out my work for the day. I can take a nap in the middle of the day. And then I can just figure out, do I want to be creative with the rest of my day? Do I want to go visit family? What are little things that I have to do? And I think keeping that routine for me personally, it will keep me aligned to like whatever else I need to handle. I think my routine changed over time just from maturing, honestly. Like, like when I was a younger DJ, I would wake up at like 11, 12 o'clock and just get my day started, 1 o'clock sometimes, and I could never do that again. Like I could never see myself waking up that late. But I think over time you learn more about yourself as a person, you learn more about yourself as a creative, and you're able to grow from those experiences, and you're able to grow within those experiences. And then I think it just brings it home to like, your routine is for sure, like now I drink coffee, that's part of my routine. I didn't even drink coffee 2 years ago, ever. But now I like that being a part of my routine. Maybe I wouldn't have done that at 25, but now I do that at the age I'm at now. So I think as you grow more in your creative career, you learn more about yourself, and that just translates to your everyday routine and what keeps you happy and what keeps you going. I think experimentation is very important, especially for any creative. It doesn't have to be music, it could be fashion, it could be anything. But when I started producing, I used to want to be like this one producer named Flying Lotus, and he's a very, very exceptional experimental producer. And I think starting to produce, trying to be like him has taught me so much about being experimental and not being scared to just try something. Everything sounds crazy until you actually do it. So I think being experimental is a big part of being a DJ, going out there and not being scared to just try something, even if you lose the crowd, you can bring them right back. Not being scared to switch it up, maybe in production, you're trying a different style. Maybe you got a snare that you usually put right here in this place, and now this time you're like, yo, I'm gonna try something different, I'm not gonna put that there. But I think for me, just experimentation just have taught me so much as a person, not only as a creative, but just as a person, and not being scared to just try something new, I think I approach feedback from a pretty healthy perspective. I was in the military when I first got out of high school, and like, you have to kind of deal with so much adversity with that. So like, you got all these dudes yelling at you and telling you what to do and training you to become a better person, essentially. So when I transitioned into being a creative after my military career, honestly, like, if somebody thought I was whack or somebody didn't like something I did, it really doesn't bother me too much. I think feedback is just perspective. I don't really take it too personal. I think at the end of the day, like, some feedback is good. Don't be scared to listen. You don't have to listen to everybody, but I do think like feedback is definitely necessary. I think getting told no is definitely necessary. I think adversity is kind of big for creatives, and building, yourself up and being able to walk through doors later and have that confidence level. So I definitely think feedback is important for your level of confidence, especially as you grow within life, not even just within your career, but within life in general. The riskiest music decision is making music. Like, honestly, it's really putting a piece of yourself into the world. It's no different than a graphic artist. It's no different than a fashion designer. Anybody that puts a piece of their art into the world, like, that's putting a piece of you into it. I respect anybody that can do that, because that's not easy. And I know, like, as artists and as creators, we overthink a lot, and we are always in our head, which is good for us, but also like scary too. So I think the decision just to create, period, is the most riskiest, because if you want to be deep in whatever art path that you choose, you have to be okay with like putting a piece of yourself out there, and that's not easy. To create daily, for me, that's a blessing. I've had a lot of jobs that I didn't necessarily like. Like as I was in the military, I did my time with that. To be able to just wake up and create, I think that's a huge blessing. A lot of people don't really have that opportunity or haven't been able to build their career to that point. So for me, that's a blessing, be able to spread that to others and to my community. I think that's a blessing. And that's essentially what I worked for in my career, is to be able to wake up and go to the studio and make whatever I want. So I think it's a blessing. I can't really use any other word other than that, and being grateful. Create daily is superior to me. Like I said, being able to wake up and just create whatever that is, whatever your medium, your art is, that's just superior. That's how I look at it. Like, you can wake up and just go create a jacket. You can wake up and go create a song. You can wake up and create a pair of shoes. Like, that's just superior to me. So that's the way I look at it. Create daily is superior to me.